The whistles blew and off they went, young hearts and hopes afire. To win and be the hero there was each young boy's desire. And one boy in particular, whose dad was in the crowd, was running in the lead and thought, my dad's gonna be so proud. But as they sped down the field across a shallow dip, the little boy who thought he'd win lost his step. He slipped. Trying hard to catch himself, his hands flew out in brace, but mid the laughter of the crowd, he fell flat on his face. So down he fell, and with him hope. He couldn't win, not now. Embarrassed, sad. He just wished to disappear somehow. But as he fell, his dad stood up and showed his anxious face that to the boy so clearly said, get up and win the race. He quickly rose, no damage done, behind a bit, that's all, and ran with all his might and mind to make up for that fall. So anxious to restore himself, to catch up, to win, his mind went faster than his legs. He tripped and fell again. He wished then he had quit before with only one mistake. I'm hopeless as a runner now. I should not try to race. But in the laughing crowd, he searched and found his father's face. That steady gaze that said again, get up and win the race. So up he jumped to run again, 10 yards behind the last. If I'm going to gain those yards, I got to move real fast. Exerting everything he had, he regained 8, then 10, then trying so hard to catch the lead, he tripped and fell again. Defeat. He lay there silently, a tear dropped from his eye. There's no sense in running anymore. 3 strikes, I'm out. Why try? I've lost. So what's the use? He thought, I'll live with my disgrace. But then he thought about his dad, who soon he'd have to face. Get up. An echo sounded low. Get up and take your place. You weren't meant for failure here. Get up and win the race. With borrowed will, get up. It said, you haven't lost it all. For winning is no more than this, to rise each time you fall. So up he rose to run once more, but with a new commit. He resolved that win or lose, he was not going to quit. 3 times he'd fallen stumbling, 3 times he rose again. And now he gave it all he had and ran as though to win. They cheered the winning runner as he crossed the line, first place, head high and proud and happy. No failing, no falling, no disgrace. But when the fallen youngster crossed the line, last place, the crowd gave him the greater cheer for finishing the race. And to his dad, he sadly said, I didn't do so well. To me, you won, his father said. You rose each time you fell. And now when things seem dark and hard and difficult to face, the memory of that little boy helps me in my race. For all of life is like that race with ups and downs and all you have to do to win is rise each time you fall. Quit, give up, you're beaten, they still shout in my face. But another voice within me says, get up and win the race. I have always loved that poem for its message of resilience. As leaders, we need that. We need that fortitude, that tenacity, that grit. Because we're going to keep falling, we have to keep getting up. But if our purpose as starters is to make a difference in the world around us, then I invite you to look at that story from a new perspective. From the perspective of the difference maker. The real difference maker in that story is the father, who was sure of his identity. That's where his power came from. He was a father. He was undoubtedly connected to that boy, and he made the difference that only he could make.